Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The play fake. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. It's a 1st down and more for Dobbins. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On second and very short, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
A big play here for Buffalo. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Singletary, a first down and more. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing now is Allen. Caught right side, Davis. Touchdown! Gabriel Davis. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Jackson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Gregory Rousseau able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Duvernay. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there, getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Rip left. 43. Oh, we see you. Hey, let's get in that roll. 43 on the mic. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Pick me up. Here we go. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Defense wins championships, baby.
Here's Jackson.
Check.
He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Allen going to throw. They're trying to find Charge, but it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
2nd down and 8. They go play action with Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
3 yards remain for second down. On the counter, this is Singletary. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bills have broken the tie. Extra point by Bass, up and good, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Let's go, baby. They turn up. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. 43 is the Mike, boy. 43. Check it.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Kill, kill, kill.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
49's the Mike. Watch 49. What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go. Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Jackson now. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep is Micah Hyde. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Well, that was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Now a toss to Singletary running to the left. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. We don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. It's this whole
touchdown Bills. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And oh, it's blocked. And now the Ravens get it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20, 10, 5. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Jackson from the shotgun. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Allen now on the sneak, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. Here's Bass now to send it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Exit. 6 guys. Check.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely, that was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it.
43's the mic. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On third down, Jackson. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On play action, Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bills continue to pour it on. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
49. 49's the mic.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Not much there, only a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got this down to the 35. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action. 2nd and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Sponge.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
With the score where it is, this was probably going to be 4-down territory if they didn't convert there. But what a nice job of working his way open, making sure he secured the catch, and setting up 1st and goal.
Now Jackson apparently a little unsure of things, so he'll call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run with Dobbins. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Again, we'll see the pistol here.
I'm going back to you.
One more time with Dobbins. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Bills are going to recover. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after him.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Hey, we're going Mike 40, Mike 40.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. Touchdown! Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Oh, the return is Duvernay. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
First down and more for Jackson as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Yo. 58's Mike, 58's Mike. I got you, boy.
Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58's the Mike.
Hey, let's get this.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Dobbins running out of the gun. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
58's the Mike. Go 58's the Mike. You ain't got nothing.
58.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
58, boys, 58.
Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Tucker with the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen going deep for Diggs. And incomplete on the deep ball. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Bills on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is caught. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. Boy, that's asking a lot of your punt team there, and they were not able to deliver.
It's asking an awful lot of the punt team there, because if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you've got a chance, right? That's a manageable distance to try and pick up when you're running a fake. But when that number's actually been in the weight room and it's pumped up like it was, that's difficult to do, all right? So you might even think to yourself, if I left my offense on the field, would they be able to pick that up? You could run a nice play and not get that distance.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Squeeze, double, double. 43's the mic, boy. Check, 43.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Matt Milano able to get him for a loss of about 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Let's go, let's go. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Wow, Bill, wow.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson on the move to his left. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. I don't think you get it.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Hey. You think you gonna get this? 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike. Report. 53. Here we go. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Throwing is Jackson. Forced out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30. 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Bass on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return is Duvernay. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Buffalo, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.